Hello and welcome back for my final daily report market video with me, which is market analyst at Hantec on Wednesday 3rd of July. Looking at gold, which has had a remarkable turnaround intraday. I'll start with the hourly chart actually, because you can see here that intraday yesterday until 4 o'clock UK time, the breakdown below 1400 was just taking hold and it was perfectly happy, and then we had a significant rally, added around 40, I think as much as $42 in the space of 10 hours, with a huge turnaround intraday on the couple of things really, that dovish comments from Mark Carney, and also the announcement of Christine Lagarde to be the next ECB president. And it was a remarkable move, and it's important for me to say that I still think that gold is bullish in the medium to longer term. I mean, until yesterday afternoon, when the market just went through the roof again, I was still calling out for a further corrective move, and I still think that that could be seen. And the fact that the gold hasn't yet broken out above 1439, I think, is that something to potentially be a little bit concerned by? At the moment, we've still got obviously gains on the day. We're $6 up on the day, but we're well off the high, about $10 off the high at the moment. So a failure at 1439 again, would that be a signal of a little bit of a corrective move? I don't know. I think it's just a really difficult market to play at the moment, I think, gold, because ultimately I think gold will be going higher, and I think this whole shift into central banks being dovish on monetary policy due to the global slowdown is going to be gold positive. However, I think technically speaking there is still sort of reason to believe that there could be a bit of a corrective move. But for now, obviously that the bulls have just massively come back into the market has improved the outlook again. But again, a failure underneath 1439. We've got a high of 1436 today. A failure to break out could again sort of lead to a little bit of concern over potential profit taking. But obviously you've got to be bullish initially with the fact that the market has run higher and it's still holding on to these gains. But if you look at the hourly chart, is that a crossover sell signal for profit taking, I would add, to the MACD lines, similar to the one we saw back last week, where we saw these that last MACD sell signal coming at a bit of a negative divergence, and we also saw one back here as well, similar move on the rebound, lost momentum and then sold off again. So is this a sell signal potentially on the failure to break out through 1439 would be the question. Initially, support of 1421 is in place. If I zoom in here, you can see that to a better extent. And I think that then if that started to drift back, you'd be looking at $1,400 again. But it's a really difficult play at the moment, gold. And for now, you've got to obviously be bullish because the fact that the market has turned higher. But be very careful with how this market seems to be very thin, spiking around a lot and moving on very key moves on what we've seen in the last sort of 24 hours have been really strong moves, but is that now going to unwind again? So with that in mind, I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I will speak to you again tomorrow.